Okay, hello. I am showing you the crocheted towel holders that I have made, and some of them are different prices. Some of them are more complex than others, and I'm just gonna post this so that you can see what I have available and how they work and what's into them. And so this is the cow, and I'll get closer up. It's got a sunflower, and then turn it around. And what I did is I made the loop go in the back so that it can hang in on a door so that you see the cow but it doesn't interfere with the cow. I couldn't put it over the front because it wouldn't look right. So what I did is I made a loop and I put the hook there, so you would just take, like your oven would be here, you would hang it down, and then it has a little loop that you thread the button through. And so then that would hang on your cupboard door or on the stove or a fridge handle. And then what I did is I took it's a metal ring, and I crocheted around the ring. Let me pull this off. I crocheted around the ring so that it would hold a towel, and it's got the metal ring in it, so it's firmer, so it won't droop or change. What am I trying to say? It won't change like the shape. And I got these towels at the dollar store. So if you want the towel on it, it's $1 more than what I'm quoting to cover the cost of the towel. Otherwise, I'll just use the towel for showing other items. So the towel just loops in like that, and then it sits on top. And then this one here, with the extra time and the yarn that it takes to make this one, I am going to charge $13 for this one. I have it started, but I don't have them made. I have a snowman, I have a raccoon, and there's another one that I'm working on. I don't remember, but when I get those done, I will post pictures of them. And so this is the cow for right now. Okay, so we're gonna go 13 on that, and if you want the towel, it's $1 more, so it will be 14. Now this one isn't as complex. This is a very simple one. This is just the towel holder, and I'm gonna show you. It has a crocheted chain loop. This is not a metal one, it's just crocheted chain. And then it has the cover that comes down over the top of the towel, and it does have a flap, and there is a button, and this is kind of a tight fit, but it is loose enough where it will go with ease. See the hole there? And then it is a flower button. I'm trying to get it, make sure. It's the flower button. And so then this comes down, and this is 100% cotton, and you can wash this and dry it. So then that is how that looks. And then if you pop this up, you'll have the loop that you can put the towel through. And all I do is I fold my towel like this, and then I will pinch this together on one end, and then I loop it through, because then it fits through easier. See how I loop it through like that? And then I will pull it through till I get to the center, and then I just straighten it out so that it's straight, and then flap it down, and then make it so that it evens out on the bottom. And then I just kind of adjust it until it looks smooth in here. And then I hold the top, and I just fold the top down over the towel so that it has a little cover on it. And so then this is gonna be $4. And if you want the towel, again, it's a dollar store towel, and so the towel would be $1 more, so $4 or $5 with the towel. And there is plenty of room for the stove handle. You can put it on a door, cupboard door handle. You can stick it on a fridge, however, whatever handle you want to put it on, and then that holds it. So you can either keep these top parts, as long as they don't get dirty, and just take your towel off and wash them. If you do get some food stains on this, you can throw that in the wash and wash it as well. I would recommend, though, that you lay this flat to dry. It is 100% cotton, so it may shrink a little bit, and I don't know how tight it would get. I do use these for washcloths. I make wash rags and towels, and they wash up really well, and they do shrink in the dryer. We have dried them. You can dry them, but the wash rags will shrink down a little bit, and then when they get wet, they expand again. So I mean, if you did shrink it on accident, you could get it wet and then stretch it the way you want, lay it down flat, and it should dry a little larger again. You should be able to stretch it back out. But just so you know, this simple one is $4, and $1 more for the towel if you want the towel. Otherwise, I'll just keep it and keep using it as a sample. Now this one, I haven't put the button on. If you look on my Instagram, you'll see a picture of it with just a plain brown button, and that's probably the button that I will use. These are double crocheted so that they are larger, so they will fit the button through so you can loop it in. I was having a time, I wanted to see if I could find some fall leaves or something simpler, but I think the brown simple button is gonna look the best. So then this will fold down over, and you'll have a button right here. But I didn't want to distract from the flower. It's a little sunflower. And so then I just used a dollar store leaf towel to kind of go with it, so it kind of looks like a fall theme. But you could put a yellow, a green, orange. You could do any color that would go in your kitchen, and it would be fine. Brown, tans, anything would actually go with this. And on this one, I will show you, this is another metal loop that goes all the way around. And let me just pull this to the side so you can see. This is a metal loop. So this is twisted a little bit, but this is firm and it will not lose its shape. So your towel will hold on there. So if you have kids and they tug on it, or if you use it on and want to wipe your hands while it's there, it is not going to pull it out of shape. That metal ring is going to support it. And so then this is going to be $10. It did take a little bit to make the flower, but I didn't use that much yarn, and it crochets up a little faster. So this was $10. Again, the towel, if you want the towel with it, the towel is $1 from the dollar store. So $1 extra for the towel. Otherwise, I'll just use it for other samples. Now, this one I did differently. No, this is not. I take that back. This is going to be a $4 one. Again, this is like the pink one I showed. It's like the pink one. It's just a different color. It is the green and blue variegated 100% cotton crochet yarn that I use for making dish rags. And again, you lift it up. This has the crocheted chain. This is not a metal ring. This is a crocheted chain. And that goes across, and then again you hold the down. And now this has a button on it, and it is again double crochet with a space, so it does have a larger loop so you can put the button through, and that will fit over a stove or a cupboard handle, door handle. I can fit my whole finger in there and still have extra room, so there's quite a bit of space there. This will pull down a little because it has the crocheted chain instead of the metal loop. If you don't like that, I can put a loop in, but they cost me $1.50, so it will be more with that. So this one is $4 because it is just the crochet chain. So, and again, the towel, the best things in life aren't things, and that is a dollar store towel, an extra $1 for the towel if you want the matching towel. Now I have these towels, also came from the dollar store, but these are the, what do you want to call them? Like the flour sack towels, and they are $1 too. All the towels cost me $1, but it's a different texture. And so this is a little beehive. It's like the beehive, and it has the top, and I have a button is the bee, and it will go in and out, and it just gets snagged up on the little antennas just a little bit, but you just a little Just takes a second. But then you have the larger hole so that the bee can go through, and then this folds right over the top and then the button will go through. I make sure I get the antennas first, and then it all fits through really easily. And now this will go over your stove or your cupboard doors, and it will hang. And then the towel, again, $1. And this has the metal ring all the way around. It's crocheted right into it. On the bottom, you can see how the ring hangs down, so you can put the towel over it. And these towels are a little wider when they're folded, so you can maneuver them a little bit to make them straight. But then this does not have a back because it wouldn't crochet around without making too much fabric in it. So it just has the one flap, and it's in the front. And so that just lays over the top, so it hides the ring where it's connected, and so you don't see all the bulk from the material there. Okay, and now this, because of the ring in there, I will go, what did I say? This will be 10, and then these are 4. I think I'm gonna go 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go 6 on this, only because it'll cover the price for the metal ring. So 6 on this with the metal ring, so it's just $2 more than the crocheted without the metal. So that's that one. And again, the towel would be an extra $1 just to cover the towel. Now this one is like that one. Again, it is like the flour sack towel. It says, "Honey, I'm home." And what I did is I actually made the beehive whole top. Now it's really cute with this little bow button. I like the sparkle from the bow button. Again, it just flaps down just like the other ones, and it's on there. And the button, it's easy to get in and out with the side of the bow. It takes a little bit to get it straightened out. But and now I have, if you look on the Instagram, I have little bees sitting around. I just bought the bees, and I hadn't had time to sew them on. So I will have the little bees. There'll be 4 or 5 little bees on here, so it'll look like a beehive. So, and then the back is a crocheted metal ring again. And I did it in the black because I wanted to accent with the bow and the little bees, because it's the black and white, or black and yellow for the bees, I mean. So I thought the black would look better with that. And so this, again, it's half crocheted in, and then the rest hangs down, and you just put your towel over the top of that. And this also is going to be $8. And then I have this old-fashioned chicken. This reminds me of my great-grandma's house. Now, when I crocheted this, I crocheted the metal ring right into the design of the chicken. And then it lifts up, and it holds the towel. And the towel says "Rise and Shine." It has a rooster on it. Now, what I didn't do, where it had a little lip where you were able to hang it like a loop, but I don't like, here's the loop right here. I don't like the loop because you'd have to put it on a hook, and I'd rather have it where it had a flap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and crochet a little section right here on this metal hoop and make a flap that will come down like the back of the cow. So there'll be a flap that comes down and buttons in the back, so that your chicken will show without any extra material falling down over the top of it. And I did leave the loop on because if you wanted to hang it on a hook and have it as a decoration in your kitchen, because it could also be used as a pot holder. If you wanted to use it as a pot holder, then you could hang it on a loop on a wall somewhere, and you could show it like a chicken. So it can be used as a wall hanging, a pot holder. I'm gonna add that little flap with a button hidden in the back, so it'll go over a stove or cupboard door. And this, I'm gonna say, is $10. And let me put the towel back on again, the metal loop. Now this is not 100% cotton. It is not the dish rag cotton or the dish rag. It's acrylic. So this will shrink in the dryer. You can wash it, but you want to lay this one flat to dry, because I'm thinking it's going to shrink up all around that metal and it's going to crinkle and you won't ever get it straight again. So lay it out flat to dry and you should not have any issues. Again, let me show you these. These are acrylic yarn also. So these should not be dried in the dryer. The same with the cow and the sunflower. Those are acrylic yarns. So those should be laid flat to dry. And again, a dollar store towel, an extra $1 if you want the towel. So $10 or $11 with the towel. And then I have another one of the $4 ones. Okay, so this is just a plain yellow cream, and I have one of these, I don't know, brown buttons that you would use, like those toggle buttons in jackets, and it just threads through the little hole. And because of this towel, I accented it with a little blue because of the towel, but I mean with the button, but that could be any color that you'd want. And again, this is just the crocheted loop. This is not a metal ring, and it flaps down and covers the top, and you can straighten it out a little as you get it on your thing. And this says a hot fresh coffee is the best way. And that was from the dollar store. So this is $4 and an extra $1 for the towel if you want the towel. So that would be $5 with the towel. So this is a $4 topper. And then these I did differently. This is a towel from the dollar store as well, but this one will come free with this, because what I did is I crocheted it right on the towel. This is 100% cotton. This is the dish rag yarns that we use, and it should wash and dry fine. You might have to stretch it if it does shrink a little bit. I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. I think it'll be fine. This just has a solid yellow button, and I have the bigger space so that it can go through the buttonhole. And this one I'm going to go $5 on the whole thing, just like it is. It is hard to puncture that hole to get it to crochet right onto the towel, so this does take a little extra time and a little more work to get it done. But the towel does not come off. It stays on and it is automatically folded. It will hang just like this on your stove or your cupboard door, and you will have to wash the whole thing. So this is $5. And then I have 2 of those. I just made 2. It's the exact same thing, only the button is a little owl, and the pattern on there, the yarn is a variegated yarn, so it didn't come out exactly identical. It had a little different color pattern the way the yarn flowed. And this again is sewn right into the towel, and it's a half a towel. I cut the towel in half, sew it right to the top, and again, it is folded through. It will stay like that. It washes and dries all together, and this, again, $5 for this type. And I can get any towel from the dollar store, or you can get a towel, and if you want it crocheted into the towel, just give me the towel and I can put it on the towel, and then it will only cost the $4 if you provide the towel for me. And then this is another one of those $4 toppers, and this is a blue variegated, and I got a fancy button. It's a Victoria button, and this button is a little harder to get through. You have to make sure you get the pointed end in the hole first, and then it goes through without a problem. But if you try to get the fat end first, it's a little tough. So it just comes right out, and you have the larger hole to be able to fit it through, and then just get it so that that goes in, and then one side and then the other side, and it fits through really fast. Getting it off takes a 1/10 of a second more, but not much. And it has the nice big loop so that it will hang on your stove, And again, it is the crocheted loop. And this towel says some like it hot for coffee, and that was a dollar store towel, so the towel is $1 more. The topper is only $4. Now there was one, what did I wanna, let me look at it, I gotta find it. This one. Okay, on this one here, when I show it, you can see that this is a little thinner. I can still fit my finger through and it's still the same as the rest of them, but to me it looks like it's tighter. So what I might do is I might move this button down just a little bit so that you'll have a little more room to put it on the stove. So instead of it being there, I might have it come down to here. That way you'll have a little more space in here to look more proportioned. So I just wanted to say that just in case you noticed that this was up higher and it didn't look like it was very much room in here. I am going to move that down just because I don't like how it looks like it would be so tight over a handle. So, but again, these kind with the crocheted loop are only $4. And I can make different colors too. I mean, I can make them in the acrylic yarns, so you could have any color you want. That I would just make sure you dry them, lay them flat to dry if you're going to wash them. This kind you could do either way, and any color that they have for the dishcloth rigs, the 100% cotton, I can make any color exactly like these. So if you don't like these colors that I have, I can fix any one you want. So I have a blue green variegated, I have a cream, I have the they call this sherbet. It's the orange, pink, and yellow. That's a sherbet. And then I have the variegated blue and cream. And again, these are the blue and green variegated. And it has white mixed in with it, the way it is. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but there's like a little, the way the cotton was dyed, it leaves a little white in there, so you have like a tricolor. It's really kind of a cool, it's like frosted, I think is, so I mean, I can, you'll have 3 colors because, let me show you from the back so you can see it better, but you have, it's kind of like a lime, and then you have a teal and a light blue, and then it's kind of like this is kind of like an aqua, kind of tealish green. So several different, and that's all from the same spool of yarn. So you're gonna get lots of different color textures with this one. But I tried some different so you could see the different colors of the textures and different ways that I could put it on. Any of these that you like, I could also put a metal ring in here, and you'd have to add $1.50 for the metal ring. If you want a metal ring, then I will charge $5 for these instead of the $4 to cover that, and I do a little bit extra for the button. So for a metal ring, I will charge $5. With just the crocheted ring, it's $4.